Welcome everybody, welcome back to the channel. What I got in front of me right here is a controller case. A friend of mine, he wanted to put jacks on the outside, easy access, but he also wanted to put power on the outside. So I'm going to walk you guys through that step-by-step process of how I did it. This falls in line with the soldering video I have a few weeks back. So you guys just sit back, relax, and enjoy this one, all right?
Yeah, yeah, action sound. Yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa. Desire to get to higher life, it's an open road. Desire to get to higher, don't limit it, yeah, desire to get to higher life, it's an open road. Life it's a subject, ain't not an object, ain't full control.
Alright guys, a few weeks ago a friend of mine hit me up, wanted to put some jacks on his controller case for easy access. So here goes the build. What you see me doing now, I'm putting painter's tape on the outside to protect the outside of the case itself from scratching and all that stuff. Now I'm just drawing some lines to mark the center of the rear of that case. I'm also going to be drawing some lines to mark the point in which I want my drill bit to be at. On the left it's gonna be 4 jacks, so I'm gonna mark 4 lines, and this is me just trying out to see what would work best, but ultimately we went to keeping everything in the center. So I'm gonna be putting 4 lines, and these lines are gonna be the center points for my drill bit, and they're gonna be 1.25 inches apart from each other. That way I have a 1/8 space between each jack. You could make it 1.1 inches apart, that way your jacks are right up on each other, but in this case I wanted to leave a little space in between, and he plans on putting a panel out in the inside of his rack anyhow, so this is going to be changing again. So that's why I put everything so tightly in the middle, so when he gets the plate, it's just a simple cutout and put that plate in. Okay, what you see me now doing is I'm putting a sacrificial board on the inside of the rack case, so that will prevent dust from going inside the controller case itself, and it also prevents tear out from the inside as well. So, you know, without that support, the wood is going to split on the inside. The bit is going to tear that apart. So with that extra board in there, it's going to keep it nice and smooth. You're going to have a nice clean cutout. I forgot to cover up the mixer, so now I went to cover the mixer before I do anything else. But as you can see, I'm drilling it out. So now the bit that I'm using right here is a 7/8 bit. That way the jack will fit snugly in there. The same size bit for the jack as for the power plug as well. I reclamped the board behind it again so I could finish through the other holes. As I said, the center of each hole is 1.25 inches away from each other. That would leave a 1/8 space in between once the jacks are put inside the holes. I made a mistake and put 5 holes instead of 4, but I only drill out 4. Now the guy, he bought everything. He had gotten screws. I'm not a fan of screws, but I went ahead and did what he wanted anyhow. I am a rivet guy. I keep saying this over and over. I'm a guy that use my rivets because it's a lot more permanent. You're not gonna have any issues of it coming back out later on. If you want to take it out, you could always drill it out. So I'm a rivet guy. But here you are looking at 1 hole on the right for the power plug, and I have 4 on the left for both my left and right main out and my left and right booth out, because he want booth out so he could run his base separately. After finished drilling, now I'm removing the tape.
Eh?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, me post on
there. Oh, and the post on there, yeah.
No, my post on is small post on, brother. My, but
You have different level to that.
different level, yeah. But my post on play powerful still. Cause me have 2 of the 18 QSC them. Yes.
Only one thing we should do. Now, right here, I'm showing him where I put everything in the center. It's almost in the way of the mixer itself, or the mixer is almost in the way, but it still works. I could have made it lower, but because he's going to put a plate in it, it was best for me to put it in the center. So when he comes back to put the plate in, it will be sitting flush in the center of this controller case. So here I go putting on the plugs on the power input. We're using the blue, and the blue is a power in. If you know anything about the power cons, the blue is a power in. I'm not going to be soldering wires on here. I'm gonna go my route. I'm gonna use connectors. So here I am. He gave me this surge protector. I'm gonna screw it down into the bottom of his controller case. I cut the ends off, and now I'm putting cable connectors on the end of it, so I can connect it to the pins that is on the speak-on. Forgive the camera person, he's not much of a camera person, so he's shaking all over the place. He's not even focusing on what I'm doing most of the time. So I'm gonna put heat shrink around it to make sure that it's protected. He won't electrocute himself when he put his hands inside the case as well. Now these heat shrink that I'm using is the marine type. It's got a solution inside of it that also prevents against water. It's not needed. That's not necessarily needed here. I just had a few of it lying around from when I was working on my vessel, so I decided to use it here because he didn't really have these things. Now I'm running now I'm putting the surge protector in the base. I kind of put it to the far back. Not too far, just far enough where he could still get a adapter in there, because I believe this controller use a adapter. For his surge protector, the holes are center of the holes are 5 inches apart. So what I did, I marked one line in the case, drill it, and mark another line 5 inches away from it, and I put 2 screws in it, 2 half-inch screws in it, because this is a half-inch board. So I wanted at least 1/16 sticking out, so I could actually clip that. So I could actually clip the surge protector on there. So that's me marking the lines. And here I go put it in the screws. Be careful, don't screw them all the way through, because if you do, it's gonna protrude in the bottom. So I just want to put it in there just enough so when the surge protector goes in there, it's tight. And even if the case turns upside down, it won't fall out. Here I go mounting in the surge protector, make sure I got enough space. And now I'm running the wires through the hole, and I'm going to connect those wires to the speak-on, the power con plug. Now I know I don't have to say this for the expert, but for those who don't know, whenever you're working with surge protectors and all these things, black is always your hot, that is your live, white is your neutral, and green is your ground. And I say that now because I was speaking to someone recently and they thought black was your ground, or black was your negative, while white was your positive. But the black is actually your hot line. That's your hot. this is just a quick thing I did for him. So when he comes back, I'm gonna be. This is just a quick thing I did for him. So when he comes back, I'm gonna be securing that cable further in the case with some clamps. And like I said, he used screws here, and I'm not a fan of screw. Screw tend not to grip properly, and it tends to, over a period of time, work its way out. Especially when you push in jacks in. These are the screws he bought. These are some 1/4-inch screws. They're not long enough, so he had to go to the store to get the proper screws. So while he's off to the store, I was running the cables. These are all stuff he bought. These are little long cables. Whenever you're working in these small areas, make sure you have like a 2 foot, or even a 1 foot cable will work, because you ain't got far to go. So these are the through jacks that I was telling you guys about, the ones that solder free, you ain't got to solder them. It make the installation a lot easier. You could always bypass it if there's an issue with it, but which I've never had issues with it. So he bought red and blue. I had to use red on the right and blue on the left for both of them. But he bought red and blue. I would have used blue on my tops and red on my base, but that's me. Here I go, tightening up these jacks, making sure they're all lined up properly. If I was doing this for myself, I would use the panel. That's why he's gonna come back, so I can do it on the panel. I like the panel look a lot better than just on the case like this. That's me using a square to make sure that the plug is sitting up at 90 degrees. Just want to make sure the plug is squared. I use a square on the jack as well to make sure they're also standing up square. None of them are leaning off to the left or to the right. This is me running the wires. Now, in a minute, you're going to see how close the jacks came to the controller itself. It's fine the way it is, but it would be a lot easier if I had put the jacks a little bit lower than that. But like I said, he's putting in a panel, so I didn't want to make it too low. And he had some 6 foot cables, so I had to push them underneath the controller itself. That's a lot of space underneath there, but eventually he wants to get some shorter cables. I don't like pushing them up under there, but that's what he had, so that's what I was working with. But that's pretty much all I have. That's pretty much it when it comes to building these, customizing these controller cases. Like I said, I'm not an expert. I just dabble in a little bit here, a little bit here, and there.
Breeze?
Breeze, I blew something on fire for the outside. Yeah, it's strong out there now.
Run away, let go.
They're good action, man. They're good. They're good, man. Luckily, we never go up higher.
Yeah.
Because this the right.
Yeah. Drop it too low,
but this the right. This good.
Yeah.
Man. This good. Cause in a good man. Good. Perfect, man. Perfect place it, man.
And this, I use the marine one them. Set of a glue. So it's insulated. Water can't get in it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
so
Yeah.
This one not.
So I'm not worried about if it do anything.
No,
like to cover anything. I'm not like say. Cause me say once me plug in so everything me plug in everything when I so me need to go in so go do not really and truly. Yeah, I'm sure me also try the electrical. Make sure you see it connected properly. Go over the now pour me now get.
Yeah, that's a Liberty come to
What is that? Well, brother, that's my brother on YouTube. I say, don't try this if you don't know what you're doing. Man, make me scared, brother. Like, no, I mess with it. But him said that, me I say, you know what? I need to mess with that something, you know.
Right now he's plugging in the controller, and if you look carefully, you can see where it just fit perfectly in there. It's not touching the controller none at all. It just doesn't have enough space where it's not up against the wall of the controller case. But it's just perfect in there. It's not gonna go anywhere. He just need to organize them cables a little better than what they are now. He's gonna take the controller out and fix those cables properly. But right now he just want to check to make sure he's getting power. And that's it. That's the finished product, people. Those are the through jacks I was telling you guys about. This is just awesome. The only thing I would change on here is I would use rivets instead of screws. But other than that, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and like and share and help this channel to grow so it could reach other people. Help me to grow, all right, people? See y'all next time.
Yeah. Whoa, yeah. Action sound. Yeah. Whoa, yeah. Whoa. Desire to get to higher life, it's an open road. Desire to get to higher, don't limit it, yeah. Desire to get to higher life, it's an open road. Life is a subject, not an object, take a full control.